but I guess they're going to, I was told that they're just going to figure it out.
They do. They're phenomenal. They just know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's sense that eventually once one crosses, others will tell.
Yeah, okay, that resonates.
Charles Drew University is becoming the first black medical school in the West to offer a doctoral degree, the 4-year medical degree, and they say they're really excited about this, obviously. It'll focus now, the focus will be more on black and Latino doctors to practice in underserved areas. Yeah, it sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, it is. And this, Martin Luther King Medical Center, which is a hospital in that area, it was decertified. It just couldn't get it together. And so I think effectively shut down, and only a couple of divisions or a couple of departments were left. And so it's going the other way. The pendulum is swung, which it should do.
Anna Mae Wong was in 60 movies. That was silent film, theater productions, you name it, motion pictures, the whole thing. Anna Mae Wong is going to be the first Asian American on U.S. currency.
Do you know who she was?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, if you look her up, you do.
Well, listen, if you look anything up, you do.
Yeah.
The point is, this is not a name that I recognize. It's just not, and the other ones, I mean, Sally Ride, the astronaut, certainly recognizable, but it's just interesting. And I wonder who chooses, because there are some
I don't know.
really interesting names here. The first woman elected principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, Wilma Mankiller. Read that name, that says a lot. You don't want to get married to her. But you just don't. I'm fascinated by these names. But that's fine, obviously.
Yeah.
Time for an Asian woman to be recognized. I just don't get a lot of these names.
And really quickly, as we wrap it up, Mackenzie Scott, she has given $85 million to the Girl Scouts of the USA and 29 local branches, and I understand the Girl Scouts in Orange County will benefit from this. So shout out to philanthropist, billionaire Mackenzie Scott.
Yeah, married to Jeff Bezos. Interesting divorce there. Very amicable.
Yeah.
She took a quarter, he took 3/4 of the stock.
Yeah.
She said, I'm fine with that.
And she has just been giving it away.
And all the voting rights that she has goes to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
So just a very, very, very interesting divorce settlement. Okay, we're done, guys. Coming up, high inflation. Who's to blame? What's to blame? And the politics of it. Great fun. This is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
New system updated. Click to refresh. KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
New leader. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. LA City Councilman Paul Krikorian has unanimously been selected to take over as City Council President. Krikorian says his leadership team will be made up of diverse backgrounds and opinions.
It's critically important to me that our leadership includes disagreements, because that's how we work together as we listening to each other.
Krikorian says the city is going through one of its most challenging times. His reign as president, though, may not last long because city council members are voting for a new council president in December. News is brought to you by WBC Kitchen and Bath Center. Voters will decide how LA changes its redistricting process.
The LA City Council has approved leaving it to voters in 2024 on whether the city's redistricting process should be independent. Councilwoman Nicola Rahman says the leaked recording of several council members last week was evidence that district lines were drawn for political gain.
The rights, the voice, the power of renters, including Black, Latino, Indigenous, Asian, South Asian renters, were cynically put in the blender and chopped up.
The commission that currently draws district lines is appointed by city council members. The city council then gives the lines final approval. Blake Trolley, KFI News.
The LA County Board of Supervisors has approved $32 million as a settlement over a boy's death.
Family of 10-year-old Anthony Avalos filed a lawsuit alleging the county multiple social workers failed to properly respond to reports of abuse of Anthony and his half-siblings. A settlement was announced in May, but was pending approval by the board. Anthony's mother and her boyfriend were accused of neglecting and torturing the boy at their home in Lancaster. In October 2018, a grand jury indicted the pair on charges they murdered the boy. After the decision yesterday, the Department of Children and Family Services said Anthony's death and other child tragedies demonstrate the complexities of child welfare. Steve Gregory, KFI News.
A man from Long Beach has been convicted of killing Kristen Smart. Yesterday, a jury found Paul Flores guilty and concluded Flores murdered Smart 25 years ago in a dorm room at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Flores' father, Ruben, had been on trial as an accessory but was acquitted yesterday. Outside court, he was asked how he felt about Smart's family.
I feel bad for him because they didn't give no answers about what happened to their daughter.
Smart's body was
We
never
don't know what happened to their daughter.
Smart's body was never found. The trial was moved 110 miles north to Salinas after concerns the son and father wouldn't get a fair trial. The family of a SpaceX worker who was hit on the head by a fuel cover while checking a Raptor V2 engine in Hawthorne has raised $51,000 on a GoFundMe page to help pay for medical costs. The accident happened January 18th. The worker had a skull fracture and head trauma and was in a coma for 2 months. SpaceX was fined more than $18,000 for 2 safety violations related to the accident. Russian President Putin has declared martial law in the annexed regions of Ukraine. The declaration gives the Kremlin tighter control over the area. The announcement follows an intense week of fighting in Ukraine. Russian forces have responded to the bombing of a key bridge to Crimea with missile and kamikaze drone strikes, all aimed at civilian targets and knocking out power for thousands of people. And a new theme park index says the number of people returning to theme parks and water parks in the U.S. are similar to pre-pandemic levels. It says parks in China are struggling since lockdowns restrictions keep changing. It says last year theme parks in the U.S. regained about 2/3 of their attendance from 2019. The report says the roller coaster level of recovery was influenced by the level of government restrictions, vaccine rollouts, and customer confidence. We'll get a look at your drive with KFI in the Sky and an update on the 101 in just a moment.
I, over the years, have had several filter systems in my home, water filters. And the life source system that I have at home, by far, is the best one. Let's start with the fact that it's outside the house. It filters the water outside the house, which means every faucet, every tap in the house delivers high quality, highly filtered, delicious, obviously very safe water. It removes chemicals, harsh chemicals, chloramines, I mean all of it. Let me put it in perspective. You are cleaning, cooking, bathing, drinking, doing clothes, dishes with bottled quality water. That's the life source system, and there's no maintenance of any kind ever. Once installed, you can forget that. The life source uses a proprietary technology called 800-803-2696. 800-803-2696. Visit lifesourcewater.com. Life Source Water, taste and feel the difference.
Checking your KFI financial report. Right now, the Dow is down 60, S&P is down 22, Nasdaq dropping 85, and the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California is $5.94. SoCal weather from KFI. Looks like we've got a pretty nice day ahead. Warm just like yesterday and will be tomorrow as well. Highs will be in the mid-70s at the beaches. Low to mid-80s for Orange County and Metro LA. Mid to upper 80s, maybe eke out a 90 for the valleys and EIE the next couple of days. Then starting Friday, we'll start to feel things cool down a little bit. Everybody will be back in the 60s and 70s for the weekend with a slight chance of some light rain. Right now, it's 58 in Laguna Niguel, 71 in Glendora, 63 in Mission Hills. Let's get a look at your drive with KFI in the Sky and an update on the 101.
Oh, boy, morning. Way too much going on here, but listen up. A little bit of good news now for the drive westbound 101 towards Calabasas. West at Canoga Avenue, it was all traffic plus exit. Horrendous delays still continue, but some lanes have been reopened now. We watched it just a few minutes ago to look at some other stuff, but the right lane was still blocked. But again, all the other lanes have been reopened, so traffic is starting to move. Then there was a new problem I noticed was Ramosita in a couple of lanes there, a couple of the left lanes. So long time delays still continue now going towards Calabasas on the West 101. South 101 now, once you get past the interchange, the 134, 170, there's a problem past Vineland before Lancashire, a couple of lanes blocked there. That's up one before Fairbanks Boulevard. Another heads up. Yesterday we noticed this, the Highland off-ramp from the South 101. It's still shut down. They're doing some power pole work there. It's been going on for a couple of days now, actually. So that's starting to back up as well, especially with Wanga and mine all that. So lots going on. We'll move out of the Sun Center Valley here in just a few minutes. Don't go away. Jeff, hey, a fire in the sky.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Are you worried about your financial future as retirement gets closer? All of the country's soon-to-be retirees are caring for their financial future as markets remain volatile. Bishop Gold Group helps to invest in gold and gold IRAs to protect your wealth in retirement during times of high inflation and wild swings in the market. Secure your future today. Contact Bishop Gold Group by dialing pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold or visit bishopgoldgroup.com. Pizza party, anyone? Invite your friends and slice up the savings at Whole Foods Market. Frozen pizza is 35% off through November 1st, while supplies last. Prime members save an extra 10%. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Don't miss the riveting Broadway hit of You Good Men, October 28th through November 20th. Tickets at BavaradaTheater.com.
Nano Orthopedics has revolutionized knee and hip replacement surgery. Visit nanoclinics.com to learn more.
CDRB's model year-end closeout, up to 30% off.
ASI.
More stimulating talk.
An iHeart radio station.
KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Bill Diesel here. It is a Tuesday morning, October 18th. The big change coming up next 3 weeks. As you can imagine, things are heating up, and these midterms are particularly important. Now, we always hear candidates on both sides say, this is the most important election in the history of the United States. Of course, it's always the most important election in the United States. This one has to be important because the makeup of the Senate is up in the air. It's going to go Democratic or Republican. The House is also in play, probably going to go Republican. And so it's fair to say this is an important. And the blame, of course, is flying all over the place. And here is what's going on. Attacking a president, particularly, is a fairly easy thing to do. And the reason I'm talking about attacking a president is because usually, in this case a Democrat, usually Democrats or any party, Republican Party, align themselves with the president. During Barack Obama's term, whenever anybody was running for office, they immediately said to Obama, Trump, and please come out and campaign for me. We let you. Not the case with Joe Biden. Democrats are moving away from Joe Biden. It's up in the air whether you want him there or want to align themselves. Republicans are attacking Democrats because of their connection to Joe Biden. You are a Biden Democrat. You are going for the Biden policies. And the Democrats go, well, wait a minute. And here's an example. And this is where it's easy to attack. We're obviously suffering from high inflation. I mean, it is nailing the country. And that's one of the issues. I'll be talking more about that after the midterm. And this is something that is affecting all of us, especially people who had a hard time living like paycheck to paycheck, are just getting nailed. What is to blame for high inflation? And I'm going to go through some of the answers because it is lumpy, it is complicated, it is COVID-related, it is international, it is what's going on with oil, supply chain. So trying to explain inflation takes a while. With the Republicans explaining inflation, it's easy. What's the cause of inflation? Joe Biden. That's it. Joe Biden caused inflation. Vote for me. That's an easy attack. Now, what is the answer? Okay, let's say, Biden is either partially or fully responsible for inflation. What would you like to do about it when you're in office? just the attack version. And it works. It works, even though the Democrats are trying as hard as they can to say let's hear some policy on the other side. No. Now, some are blaming the American Rescue Plan is some of the reasons that Americans are feeling the sticker shock, rising prices every time they go to the grocery store or gas station. He said, Republican National Committee tweeted, every Democrat who voted for Biden's stimulus needs to answer at the ballot box for sending prices surging and making American families poor. And that is an interesting, not only interesting statement, but also interesting concept. Because how many people voted for that first stimulus package so people could eat? Oh, well, if the Republicans fight it, it's going to cause inflation. You didn't hear much of that. You heard from Rand Paul, but you didn't hear much of that. Now, the second package, this is horrible, this is terrible. You know, I'm not even hearing much. I have problems with some of it, but I like elderly people to be able to buy insulin at $35 per month. I like Big Pharma not getting or having control over us, that people are not able to afford medicine. What's going on? It's so horrible. But it's an easy attack on Biden. But it's an easy attack on anybody who's office. Wait till a Republican becomes a president, and the same thing is going to fly. And just to let you know, on the other side, the party can do no wrong who's in power, ignoring every negative and pushing up every positive. So Biden doesn't accept any blame for inflation, but he takes all the credit when, for example, gas prices drop. Look what I'm doing. But the attacks are so easy. Same thing is happening with crime. Same thing is happening with the concept of defund the police. Joe Biden wants to defund the police because there's a certain movement within the Democratic Party that has actually said defund the police. Some cities have tried it, failed miserably. Biden has never argued for defunding the police, not once. He has always been in favor of increasing the police at any given city or county or school districts. LA County is a whole thing unto itself in terms of really defunding. But the argument you're going to see is the stimulus package that Biden passed or had passed because the Democrats control Congress is what Biden is doing internationally, and no one wants to look at a complex story. If I had to tell you, if I had to sit here and go, let's talk about what's causing inflation, that's 3 seconds, maybe longer. However, it's really, your Republicans really listen and say, let me tell you how long the second is. It's one word. Fine. That's it. So what? That's what you're going to hear. Are you going to hear much from Kentucky? You are not. But is that typically what happens during races? You are. I can't wait to talk about the propositions. Prop 26, Prop 27, Prop 30 with the dialysis. If you don't vote no on Prop 30, you're going to die. Everybody who needs dialysis will be dead in a week. Can't wait to explore that one prior to the midterms. Coming up, what's going on over in Ukraine, and the strange bedfellows, Iran and Russia, an alliance that is all that is. That's coming up all this week. Meantime, we live on KFI.
Scammers are targeting people who apply for student loan forgiveness. The Federal Trade Commission said yesterday criminals are setting up websites claiming to apply on borrowers' behalf. Public schools in Texas are giving DNA kits to parents to help them identify their children's bodies in case of emergency. And Walmart will be closed on Thanksgiving. The CEO confirmed this morning that they will not be open on Turkey Day. That is no longer part of the company plan. We'll get a look at your drive with EKFI and Sky and 405 in just a moment.
The Nano Clinic has revolutionized knee and hip replacement surgery using computer precision most BPO health insurance plans. Call 800-780-NANO for a private consultation, including telemedicine. 800-780-NANO. Visit nanoclinic.com.
SoCal weather from KSI. We've got a sunny, warm day ahead with temperatures ranging from the mid-70s at the beaches to the upper 80s inland. This report is brought to you by Grocery Outlet. From Southern California Toyota dealers, shopping center, let's go places like the 405.
Says her goal is light at the end of the tunnel on homelessness after 4 years. It's more of the same empty City Hall talk. The Times says Rick Caruso's plan is bigger, with 30,000 beds in 300 days, hundreds of thousands of new affordable homes, a dramatic increase in mental health and addiction services, and 500 new sanitation workers to clean up our streets.
I want to wake up every day and fight for you, because this city is worth fighting for.
Fix homelessness now. Rick Caruso for mayor. Paid for by Rick Caruso for mayor 2022 general. Additional information is available at ethics.lacity.org.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist to get the full picture. You may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTRCM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, it's Seacrest here for AIS, the auto insurance specialist. Kurt, is it easy to save at AIS?
Easy cheesy. I think it saves me like $500 a year.
Easy cheesy right here. Insurance savings at AIS. Insurance.com.
So 800-777-AIS.
There is a Russian analyst who says that Putin intends to take us all with him.
We got to do a supply check for my bunker tonight. You should make sure I have everything.
Then we should go and check it out, in case we want to touch this.
I'm not going to be ready for this. I'd rather be vaporized. Vaporized, yes. Sean and Ken, you're just going to be a pile of smoking ruins. Weekdays at 2 on KFI.
talk about a little bit more about this. Matter of fact, at 7:50, what is going on with City Hall? Not just him and the two council people that are still out there somewhere under a rock, not resigning, but it goes much deeper than that. Okay, the latest in the Ukrainian war, the Russian-Ukrainian war, is the story of the drones. And this is Russia has entered a phase where realizing that a ground battle is not great for them. They're at a disadvantage on the ground because of equipment, because of morale, because of command and control, because of training. So what they've done is gone to a very effective tool, and these are the drones. Drones from Iran. And the drones, I gotta tell you, they're pretty simple. They're propeller-driven, they go 115 miles an hour. They're fairly easy to shoot down. They're called kamikaze drones. They don't have to unleash any weapons. Literally, all they do is dive into a building or an area and explode and cause damage. Boy, the damage they're causing. The Russians are targeting water systems, power systems, and Zelensky yesterday said third of the power in Ukraine has been destroyed. Third of the power stations have been destroyed. And the Russians just keep on going and going. And this seems to work. And it's not because, again, the drones aren't easy to shoot down, because the drones are cheap and being supplied by Iran, and I'm sure there's some kind of credit arrangement going, because Russia at this point is being sanctioned, or maybe they do have enough money because of oil sales, and they're buying from Iran. Well, when you launch, or anybody launches 40 of them, and you have missile systems that are effective, 3 or 4 are still going to get through, and that's what is happening. Launch enough, you're going to get through. It's been taken on a much bigger level. Atomic weapons, ballistic weapons being launched, Moscow, Los Angeles, Moscow, New York. They're going to launch, both sides will launch dozens at a time. All you need is one to get through, or several to get through. And that's what's going on with the drones. And they're taking out entire electrical grids. And wind is coming. And it's being very strategic. And Ukraine's in trouble on this one. Even though the denial of Russians, we're not targeting any civilian areas, even though the photos, the video, entire blocks of apartments have been decimated. Oh no, that's not us. No, we're not targeting that. We're not going after civilians. I mean, it doesn't matter. Iranians are saying these aren't our drones. Even when there are pictures of Farsi and the drones. What's written? There it is. No, that's not us. No, we didn't do it. It's easy to deny. You don't have to worry about the United Nations because Russia has veto power. So there'll be nothing coming out of the United Nations. I mean, they're literally, they can veto anything. Even they can veto the type of sandwiches that are coming in at the meeting. I know. No, we're not going to do those. We hate those sandwiches. I mean, they literally have that kind of power. And so the scary part here is the Iran-Russia alliance. And this is kind of a strange one. They're not friends. They haven't been friends for a long time. But they've become friends now, and it's sort of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And that's what's going on with Iran. There's no deep love lost between the two. But look at what's going on. Both are authoritarian governments. Both are involved, literally chafing under Western sanctions. Both share the same view that the great enemy is the United States and a grip on their power. So literally this is a partnership of convenience between the two. Both countries are in crisis. You've got Iran struggling economically, struggling politically. Look what's going on with the street riots because of that one woman who was killed while she was in police custody, the morality police, who killed her. They're saying, no, she died of natural causes because so many 22-year-olds die of natural causes. And so it's just erupted all over Iran, and those demonstrations.
I usually say, God, man, you walk out that front door, there might be like 10 guys on the front stoop like me.
On the stoop.
Yeah, you might, by the time you get down to pavilions, you might run into 5 or 10 guys that are exactly like me.
She further claims Jason was so upset he tried to stop her from leaving by laying under her car. Quote, the night she left with her salad, Jason had chased after her, videotaping her in the house. She was saying,
This guy's nuts. Man, what's wrong with these dudes? I gotta get a hold
Well,
of
that's
these
if you
guys.
believe in the nanny, though. I mean, because she's the one saying all that.
Right. I'm gonna believe everybody here. That's crazy behavior.
The night she-
That's really nuts.
the night she left with her salad, Jason had chased after her, videotaping her in the house.
Bring back that salad!
She was saying, I'm scared of you, Jason. I'm scared of you. And he said, if you're scared of me, why are you leaving your kids with me? So then Jason went outside and laid...
By the way, that's a great point.
She was saying, I'm scared of you, Jason. I'm scared of you. And he said, if you're scared of me, why are you leaving your kids with me?
Great point. Thank you. Counterpoint, please.
So then,
Yeah, no, I think. Right, that's yeah.
So then Jason went outside and laid under her car so she wouldn't leave. She got in her car and back up. He laid under her car so she wouldn't leave. She went back into the house and he went in. It was back and forth. He said he was doing it on purpose to make her late going to see Harry, she told the Daily Mail.
Wait a minute. So he wanted her to be late to go see Harry Styles. He's married to her, and yet he wanted to inconvenience her to go see her new boyfriend.
He said he was doing it on purpose to make her late going to see Harry, she told the Daily Mail.
Can you imagine what an inferiority complex you have, where you're in this house, you know, she's split, there's 2 kids, you know, staring at you, and you're bawling your eyes out, and she's leaving, not for a guy that works at Gelson's, right? Not a guy who's selling forks at, you know, Starlight Ford or wherever the, you know, or whatever, right? But she's leaving you for Harry Styles.
Starlight Ford.
Right.
Hi, welcome to the Starlight Ford. What can I get you into today? You've got some bucket seats on this one. They're leather or candles, your choice.
That's great. She's leaving for the most desirable man in the world, perhaps over the last 30 years. Right? The most charismatic guy ever born. And you got to compete with that? God almighty. I think I might throw myself under her car to help him out. Jason, I'll take the back tires, you take the front. We'll get this beat to stop.
According to the nanny, there were a lot of mixed messages from Olivia to Jason, and she claims the couple tried therapy, but alleges Olivia never took the session seriously.
Yeah, because she had, during the session, Harry Styles was texting her. How can you take that seriously? Right? I was like, oh, wait, this is supposed to be a safe. But hold on one sec. Can you just 54th and 7th? The pizza there is great. Pepperoni, and I'll be there. No, just me alone. I'm sorry, what was that again? We're in the middle of the session, Olivia, please.
She went on to claim that when Jason...
He probably only, or she probably only agreed to go to therapy with him so he would stop crying.
Yes, this guy has got to grow his head. I hate to say it. I know there are a lot of women listening that are thinking, oh, this is so cute. He's such a great guy. He's so this, he's so that. That doesn't look good. That is not a real guy. I'm sorry. It's not.
She went on to claim that when Jason found out that she had been in contact with the Don't Worry Darling director, he would get angry until one night when she claimed he fired her, adding, he said, you're going to get your stuff and get out. Why are you sending her messages? I said, Jason, you've been drinking and I can tell you're drunk. You're very angry and I'm afraid of you.
By the way, I've heard that before.
You're very angry and I'm afraid of you.
Not that part.
You've been drinking and I can tell you're drunk.
That part.
You've been drinking and I can tell you're drunk.
There.
I do love the argument, though. It's like, you've been drinking, you're drunk, and I'm very afraid. So I'm going to leave the kids with you and leave.
Yeah, right.
Take off.
Yeah, everybody, split. And you're going to hit tailpipe.
And you've been drinking and I can tell you're drunk. You're very angry and I'm afraid of you. The news comes after reports.
That's her splitting.
The news comes after reports of growing problems were coming to the surface. with Olivia being served legal papers reportedly related to the parents' custody battle while on stage in April. Olivia denied that she dumped Jason for Harry, telling Vanity Fair last month, quote, "The complete horseshit idea that I left Jason for Harry is completely inaccurate."
It sounds accurate. It sounds pretty accurate.
The complete horseshit idea that I left Jason for Harry is completely inaccurate. Our relationship was over long before I met Harry.
Okay. All right. Well, when Harry met Sally. Right. All right. Bingo. All right, Tom, you're live on KFI Heard Everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
Free-range, non-genetically modified, handcrafted, artisanal, gluten-free, stimulating talk. KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Some good crime news. Woo-hoo! I'm Michael Crozier, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Homicides in L.A. County are down.
Sheriff Ian Wade says he sees the positive trends, but he also sees some bad news.
Over the last about a month or so, it's starting to level off the dive in homicides. But we still have robberies maintained at a 29% increase from last year.
Ian Wade says burglaries are up 38% from this time last year. He says aggravated assaults with a firearm are also up. He says to date, his department has issued 4,126 concealed weapons permits, the highest in the department's history. Steve Gregory, KFI News.
This report brought to you by American Vision Windows. Nearly 12,000 fentanyl pills have been found at LAX. LA County Sheriff's deputies and DEA agents said they found the pills when a man went through a TSA screening area. The pills were found hidden in bags of candy and snacks. LA City Councilman Kevin De Leon says he will not resign. During an interview with Univision TV, De Leon said he will not resign because there's a lot of work to be done. He says he feels sorry for what happened. Other city council members and many in the committee have asked him to resign, including President Biden. Monday, then acting City Council President Mitchell Farrell took away De Leon and Councilman Gil Cedillo's council committees in an effort to pressure them to resign. An animal rescue in Orange County says cats are reproducing faster than resources can keep up with. OC Cat Rescue President Mary Jacobs says a big factor is Orange County discontinued a neuter program in 2020.
All of those cats that would have been fed are having kittens, and cats can have 2 or 3 litters a year, and then those kittens can have litters of their own.
That's how it works. Jacobs says as a result, the kitten season, which is usually in the spring, is now year-round. She says she's getting about 24 requests per day to take in stray cats or kittens. OC Animal Care says it works to find homes for pets whenever possible. The IRS says it's adjusted most of the tax brackets and changed its standard deduction rate to help people impacted by inflation. ABC's Elizabeth Schultz says this week's announcement could mean significant savings for a lot of people in the U.S. next year.
You've been making $89,000 in this year. You would have been paying a tax rate of currently about 32%. Under these new rates, you're going to be at a 24% tax rate.
Schultz says the IRS announcement's a way to try to make up for higher prices. She says it is one of the biggest changes in the tax code in decades. Scammers have targeted people who apply for student loan forgiveness. The Federal Trade Commission warned yesterday that criminals have set up websites claiming to apply on borrowers' behalf. The FTC says the only legitimate place to apply is at studentaid.gov. There's no fee involved, and they say anyone who guarantees approval or quicker loan forgiveness for a fee should not be trusted. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. It's a typical 90s band getting back together. SoCal-based punk band Blink-182 is reunited, going on tour. The band rose to fame in the 1990s with songs like I Miss You and All the Small Things and What's My Age Again. The band will stop in L.A. for 2 shows, June 16th and 17th at Bank of California Stadium. They'll also stop by San Diego, San Jose, and Sacramento after that. Floor tickets are more than $400 at the first LA tour date. The cheap seats are around $177. We'll check the 405 freeway next.
Well, you got to keep the air inside your home nice and clean. Nothing better. Nobody does it better than IQ Air. IQ Air purifiers, they feature patented hyper-HEPA filters that capture 99.5% of harmful pollutants, including those found in wildfire smoke. So Health Pro Plus series, that's what we have at home. It covers 1,100 square feet. And while you commute, use the Awesome series, APEM. It's the car air purifier. And IQ Air Solutions experts are at the end of this phone number. Phone them up, and they will pick up 866-260-8253. That's 866-260-8253. Or go online
They got a great online service. You can see all the equipment. We have one we bought about 20, 21 years ago. I use it every single day, and it operates today as well as it did 20, 21 years ago. It's fantastic equipment, very well made. So it's iqair.com/US, promo code KFI5, and you're going to get 5% off residential systems. Promo code KFI5. So phone them up 866-260-8253 or iqair.com/US, promo code KFI5.
Clouds coming in tonight, lows above 60 degrees. Tomorrow mostly sunny and a little cooler, just a little. Mid-70s at the beaches, highs mid-80s, Metro LA, Orange County. Mid-90s, Inland Empire and the valleys. Maybe another 15 degrees cooler after that for the weekend. Right now in Anaheim, 85 still. Newport Beach, 77. Cerritos, 83. Long Beach, 82 degrees. Your KFI Money Report, the Dow finished down 100. NASDAQ down 92. S&P was down 25. The average price of regular gas in California, $5.94 a gallon. There's a bang up in Culver City.
It's on the 405, making your way northbound, coming up on Washington. Carpool lane is blocked. This wreck's involving a motorcyclist, and delays are loading up away from Jefferson Boulevard. Azusa, the mess on the 210 westbound before Azusa. Carpool, two left lanes remain off limits due to this crash. Delays from the 57 freeway. Whittier on the 605 southbound Rose Hills. That's a crash in the carpool lane. You're on the brakes coming away from Peck Road. And in Orange on the 5 heading northbound right at the 2257 split. It's the left lane of the connector that's blocked off. And delays are backing up out of Santa Ana from Grand. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez. What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by Advent.
For all your heat and plumbing problems, call NextGen at 833-3XGen. 833-3XGen.
Legal representation could change the direction of your life. If you've been injured, 888-OPO-WIN. Without conservation, we might not have enough water. We need to save water now. BeWaterWise.com.
This is Jacob Emrani. If you've been in an accident, call 844-24-JACOB.
KFI.
More stimulating talk.
An iHeart radio station.
All right, let's roll. Yep, Tammy. Tammy. He's always having something. KFI AM 640. Hey, I was thinking about this. Didn't Jason Sudeikis, didn't he meet Olivia Wilde on SNL? Wasn't she the host?
Maybe.
And that's how they met? I think that's how they met. You know what? It serves those goofballs right. Right? They're day players on that stupid show, and they're going after the A-class talent, and then when they realize the A-class talent that looks down on them as super geeky, just writer idiots from a failing show, then they split. Any truth to that?
Well, Colin Jost is married to Scarlett Johansson.
That's going to blow up, too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think they only got married just a couple of years ago or something like that. Did they just have a kid or something like that? But yeah, they're about to. That's the timeline for Sudeikis and Wilde. I think it's about right.
It's these day players on this failed SNL show. Have you seen this thing lately?
Oh.
God almighty.
That bad?
Oh, my God. I mean, there's not a single joke in the hour and a half. And then these nervous A-list celebrities, they go on that show, and they're so nervous because it's live. There's a lot of changes. They're used to doing a page of script a day for a movie, and now they're doing 90 minutes live on TV, and they're nervous as F. And so they're comforted by these goofballs who work on it, and they fall in love with these idiots who work on that show,
And then when they get back into their groove, where they're back doing A-list movie with A-list directors and actors, they're like, oh, wait a minute, I fell in love with this guy because I was doing a 90-minute live show.
Pete Davidson, Kim Kardashian.
And-
That blew up too.
And
Ariana Grande.
Ariana.
Yeah.
You know, she was nervous. And Pete Davidson was there to...
It kind of gives you that vibe, like you're saying. It's like where all of the regular players, the SNL, the cast members, it's like, oh, who's the celebrity this week? Okay, who's the one that's going to make her feel comfortable?
Right. So then here's a quick way to prevent you from crying and running after women with salads and hiding under their car to get them to stop. Stay in your lane.
Never seen. By the way, I can't recall any male stars or guest stars that ended up with a female cast member from SNL. It seems to kind of go one way.
Well, I think it's slim pickings, to be honest with you. I think so, because the women on Saturday Night Live, I think they're married. I know at least one or two of them are, yeah, how do you say it?
Not playing on that side of the field.
Yeah. And then, you know, the other one is, I don't know. Not hired for...
Well, the dude, you know, I mean, Pete Davidson, looks it away.
Yeah, I get
Well,
that.
like Tim always says, women love men with a sense of humor.
Yeah, let me do a little something.
That's true, but I tried to explain to my daughter this weekend. I had In and Out on Saturday, and I had like a chat with my daughter, and I said, we were talking about something like, I don't know why it came up that women like funny men, and I said, yeah, but so I said, you know, nobody's ever really defined what a woman's sense of humor was, and I have. She was, really, what is it? And I said, I think women find a doctor who lives in Malibu on the beach, has a Porsche, a private plane, another house in Vail. I think they find that guy hysterical.
That is really funny.
It is pretty funny, right?
Yes.
Isn't that guy hysterical?
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Really funny.
And my daughter saw the humor in that. She was like, that was good. We had a nice little moment. So I was sitting there looking at cars pass on the 5 freeway like 9 feet in front of us. Because when I get In and Out, you can't take it home because it's cold by the time you get home. You have to pull off somewhere around In and Out and eat.
Gotta dive in.
Yeah. You gotta eat that food while you're driving home, or you gotta pull off into a parking lot.
And that's a product of the fact patties are thinner.
That's right.
Colder, faster. Yeah.
What happened to your whole French fry heat warmer thing?
Nah, I don't go. I'm a total drive-through guy now. I just sit there because I have time to catch up with my daughter now. Like, we went to In and Out on Saturday, and it was, I remember, it was over 39 or 40 minutes, because I put the timer on it. I think it was 37 minutes, I think it was. So we sat in the car and waited. And somebody snaked us in line. You know when you have to put a gap between you and the car in front of you because there's a driveway? Somebody came in and snuck right in front of us and cut like 5 people off in the line. And people were honking at that guy and flipping him off and trying to cut him off and push him out of the line and stuff like that. That's not me. That's not me. If he wants his burger, you know, 35 seconds before I get mine, he can have it. But I'm not going out that way. I'm not going out that way. I'm not having that battle with that dude. And his wife. But, man, everybody else was pissed. There was a blue van trying to cut him off and almost hit the bumper, and he was getting crazy with them. And people are nuts out there. They really are. All right, you may have seen this looking back. A lot of flat tires on the 405. A lot of people pulled off the shoulder of the 405, and nobody knew why. I know why. Something happened up there. Flat. All right, when we come back, we'll tell you what shook down. Conway Show, we're live on everyone on iHeart Media. And don't forget, by the way, this Saturday is our huge party at Milan's. We'll come back. We'll tell you if you've been selected. I think we have all the winners, right, Bellion?
We do.
Okay.
We do.
All right. Do we have a list of them, or have they been notified?
We do not have a list of them. They've been contacted.
Really? Oh, boy. All right. So I'll be there. for about 10 minutes, and I'll be gambling. And Crozier will be handling the park.
I'm taking off to get the malts off.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. You guys said
That's great, man. It loads that wall stuff, Bob.
Yeah.
All right, it's kind of a show. We're heard on everyone on the iHeartRadio app. More now, Crozier and KFI's 24 Hours.
Officials say a man's been arrested for stabbing a woman and her dog in the Mid-Wilshire area with a sword or machete last night. The woman's in stable condition. The dog was killed. The Treasury Department says it's sanctioned a group of people and companies connected to Mexico's Sinaloa drug cartel and Venezuela's drug trafficking organization. And scientists say DNA pulled from bone fragments found in Siberian caves show a father, daughter, and possibly cousins among the 40,000-year-old Neanderthal group. That suggests tight-knit communities. Cloudy, cooly tonight, sunny and cooler tomorrow, and then about 20 degrees cooler overall the weekend between now and then. This report brought to you by Blind Cert that's crashing Culver City.
This is on the northbound side of the 405, and it's coming right up on, looks like Venice Boulevard, so watch out here. Make that Washington. Carpool lanes blocked, delays backing up from Jefferson. The drive-in Azusa is pretty, got a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. This wreck on the 210 westbound before Azusa Avenue has been cleared, but traffic is still there, and it's recovering off of the 57 freeway. Now in Whittier, a wreck on the 605 southbound at Rose Hill. They're clearing these sides out of the carpool lane with a slow drive from Peck Road, and on the northbound side of the 605 Beverly Boulevard, a wreck in the carpool lane on the brakes away from Florence. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop today and save big. Blindster.com.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag. Wendy's Biggie Bag is still just $5. Get a double-stack junior bacon cheeseburger or crispy chicken BLT plus 4-piece nuggets, small fries, and a small drink. Grab your bag at Wendy's today. Includes choice of double-stack JBC or crispy chicken BLT with 4-piece nuggets, small drink, and fries. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher or less than Hawaii.
On the Mobituaries podcast, CBS News correspondent Mo Rucka delivers fresh takes on his favorite dearly departed people and things, uncovering those worthy of their overdue moment in the spotlight. You know the names, but never understood why they matter until now.
The John Denver phenomenon, specifically, could that have only happened in the 1970s?
Well, I think it only could have happened with a guy with a Beatles haircut.
Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rucka on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Real estate owners, you know the savvy solution for that piece of property you're looking to get rid of? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Hey, it's Conway here. With costs at an all-time high, you'll be happy to hear that Cars for Kids Real Estate will take over all taxes, maintenance, and insurance fees. Best of all, Cars for Kids Real Estate will provide you with a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. Donate today because time is running out for your 2022 tax deduction. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org or call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today. That's Cars with a K.
Southern California Edison. Make plans to stay safe in an emergency or a public safety power shutoff. Have a shared plan for you and your loved ones. And sign up for outage alerts. Start today. There.
Watch them on TV. I prefer other types of programs, so I will not be watching this program on Netflix. This is Di from Sarasota, Florida.
As clear as that, and we've been hearing about the casting couch, and yet it's still there.
We've been hearing about it, and we heard about it a lot with the Me Too movement. I think that there might be possibly a slightly better situation now because people are afraid. But the essential problem with these power relations is the way, what we look at in Brainwash is how these power relations are reflected in the actual visual language of the films that we see.
You can support KPFK and our show today, Feminist Magazine. Just go to the kpfk.org website and click the donate button. It's easy. If you do that right now, your conscience is clear, you've done it for this fun drive, and then you can go back to listening to the rest of the show. Or you can call 818-985-5735 or 818-985-KPFK. And that is just one example of the kind of story we love to highlight. So, Feminist Magazine brings you voices like that, and also feminist artists and creatives, plus, of course, local activists telling you ways that you can take action, grassroots action, and make a difference yourself. That is what we actually mean when we say at the top of our show every week that we're bringing you a mix of intersectional stories and guests to help you resist and engage. And you can support us to keep us doing that right now. You can just go to the kpfk.org website and click the donate button. You can give $10, $25, $50, $100.
Mission celebrates just above Midtown, or Jam Gallery, a self-described laboratory for black artists. More at MoMA.org. And from Eric and Wendy Schmidt, through the Schmidt Family Foundation, working together to create a just world where all people have access to renewable energy, clean air, and water.
Years or so, but they've lost their last 4 straight in the American League Championship Series. If they lose this one to the Houston Astros, they will be the only team in the history of baseball to lose 5 straight American League Championship Series once they make it that far. Nobody's ever done that. So if you hate the Yankees, you can sort of root that on them, right? Now if you hate Houston because they cheated the Dodgers out of World Series, well, you can root the Yankees on. I don't know. I don't know who you root for in this game. And with the Phillies and the Padres, I don't know. Nobody. Nobody. All right, Billy, what's the deal with the party on Saturday? How are you telling you? Oh, no. Is that right? Is that what she's telling everybody?
I think so.
Just emailing everybody from the can?
Well, probably.
All right.
Well, that's nice.
All right. So, yeah, they're just, when she gets out there, like it's 8:30, let me know. Will do. All right, flat tires on the rise on the 405. What happened here?
Take a look at this scene Air 7 captured this morning on the 405. More than 30 cars all pulled over, lined up behind the other, all with flat tires. Not a way to start your day. The good news is the California Highway Patrol says it doesn't appear to be intentional. Officials think maybe a box of nails or some wooden blocks fell off a truck, creating a hazard. And unfortunately, those drivers were caught up right behind it.
That's horrible, right? They all had to pull over. And, when you get like a flat tire on the freeway, it's real nerve-wracking. Because you got to, sit there and wait while traffic's going 90 miles an hour past you. And I've had that happen. It's something to remember for a long time. So if you have 4 tires that slide out on you, and you don't have enough spares, obviously, then you got to wait to be towed. And then the tow truck that comes, how do you know that tow truck's for you? Everybody else is called a tow truck as well. Oh, boy. All right, James Corden, who people thought was an a-hole, right? Turns out he is. Let's find out some more information about this guy. Everyone thought he's a lovable guy, sitting with everybody. I've heard stories about this guy for a long time, man.
I didn't even need to hear the stories. I knew he was.
Seriously?
I think he's 1, unfunny, 2, not particularly talented, and 3, fake as all get.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, Rosa. I love that, man. Love the attitude. All right, things on with you, dude.
James Corden is welcome back at a New York City hotspot restaurant after being briefly banned.
Oh.
Just hours after Steve McNally, owner of Soho restaurant Salazar, took to Instagram to claim that the TV host was, quote, the most abusive customer to my servers since the restaurant opened 25 years ago.
That says something.
The most abusive customer to my servers since the restaurant opened 25 years ago.
25 years of dealing with New Yorkers, and this guy's the worst by far.
And banned him from his establishment. The owner said that James called him and, quote, apologized profusely. Quote, having said myself, more than most people, I strongly believe in second chances. He then said that he's only allowing him back if he lets him host his talk show, The Late Late Show, for 9 months. I'll
just decides he ended his message by addressing Gordon directly, writing, quote, "So come back to the five and dime, Jimmy Gordon, Jimmy Gordon. All is forgiven, XX."
He's only doing that because he's a celebrity.
And he called him.
Right.
Did he apologize to the actual servers that he missed that?
No. But I've heard stories that he's really difficult to deal with.
He looks like it. Is anybody really surprised?
Yeah, and it's not. There's like the same level of stories that used to come out on Ellen about this guy. Yeah.
He's previously provided 2 examples of Gordon's alleged behavior, claiming that Gordon found hair in his suit and demanded free drinks or else he would write a bad review on Yelp. In another alleged incident,
Can you imagine not to go to a restaurant because James Gordon wrote a bad review on Yelp? Who does this guy think he is, by the way? He said karaoke, car karaoke. That's it, right? That's a wrap on this guy.
in another alleged incident, he claimed that James yelled at a server over his wife's food. The incident comes amid James' last week when hosting the Late Late Show, and he is set to step down in spring 2023.
It'll be my last year hosting the show.
And by the way, this, look, if he was an American with American accent, he did all that crap, I excuse that a little bit. But man, you are a foreigner. Like when I went to France, I was on my best behavior because I was representing America. When I spoke over there and they heard that I had an American accent, I was on my best behavior not to upset anybody, not to be an a-hole to anybody,
not to be the ugly American.
Right, because I wanted to represent my people, Americans, in a very nice way, right? So people wouldn't think Americans were a-holes. So when you leave your country and you come to another country and you're an a-hole on top of that, that's all you need to know about that person.
So his whole stick is kind of being the everyman, like the regular guy. That's always trouble about how he's tried to present himself. I'm just a regular average guy. No, you're not. You've never come on. He'll do bits where he sarcastically comes off as this like privileged guy, and he's got, oh, I'm special. He does that sarcastically, but none of it's sarcastic. It's completely believable that that's who he is.
Yeah, I think you're right. I really do. And when somebody leaves another country and comes here and talks about politics in this country, that guy's crazy. Can you imagine going to France? That country's been around, 800 billion years, and you go over there and you start telling them how to run their country politically? That would drive me crazy, right? But man, people come over to this country all the time, right? Whether it's left or right, and they start talking about politics.
It'll be my last year hosting the show.
And then send him back. Send him back over the pond. That should be the rule. If you're rude to Americans and you're a foreigner, you're going back.
Man, when he first announced that it was a hideaway where people were like, don't let the door hit you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's
bad.
When I started this journey, it was always going to be just that. It was going to be a journey, an adventure. I never saw it as my final destination, and I never want this show to overstay its welcome in any way. I always wanted to.
How about the host?
Love making it, and I really think that a year from now, that'd be a good time to move on and see what else might be out there. We're not leaving today, we still have a year to go, and we are all determined to make this the best year we have ever had making this show. We're going to go out with a bang. There's going to be carpools and crosswalks.
Now, here's the, if you're not familiar with show business, let me tell you what happened here.
Ever had making this show. We're going to go out with a bang. There's going to be...
Okay, those first few applause, those are the executive producer and the producer, because the audience were sitting on their hands.
Yeah.
They didn't care about what this guy was doing a year from now. Yeah, they wanted to see tonight's show.
The first applause was done with people like standing up on the floor.
That's right. The first applause were like, the floor manager or the executive producer looking at the audience going, hello? Come on. This is time to clap for this guy.
Applause light.
I know, he's a miserable, P and B and A and all that stuff, but you gotta give this guy some applause.
Ever had
Listen to it, here it is.
Show. We're going to go out with a bang. We're going to be...
There it is.
It's going to be
And then that Odie's like, what?
Carpool. Other surprising and that was tears. So many tears.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of tears. There's tears now.
Is there a date on that? What's the date? What's his last date? Does he have a date?
I don't know.
What's his last date?
And that was tears.
Nah, I don't know. It's in June, I think, of 2023. Which is always something stupid as well, right? You can go out or don't. You know, don't tell us like 5 years from now you're leaving. That's a dumb. That's like a real insecure thing to do as well. All right, well, that's just trying to make friends over there at the James Corden show. All right, we're live on KFI Soundwave. They're heard everywhere on the iHeart Radio. More now Crozier, KFI 24 Hours.
LA City Councilman Kevin De Leon says he has no plans to step down.
Also, De Leon stepped down, and a couple of other members of the LA